For today, we are going to discuss about the current meta. By the way, congratulations to everyone who won AXS for this Halloween event. I managed to get top 50, so I won. My, let me see. I won 5,000 MAXS or 5 AXS. So thanks, Sky Mavis. Um, okay, so for today, we're going to discuss the lineups that made it to the top of the leaderboards, and after that we're gonna play uh, some games using this lineup, my AoE Rage comp, and after that we're gonna play some games against some viewers as well. Okay, so let me show you the leaderboards right now. Okay, so Towen got the first place. Okay, here you can see his lineup. uh, he's using rage comp, AoE rage comp, meaning area of effect, rage composition. So yeah, this is basically the same as mine, but his lineup is I think it's the perfect parts for this composition. I think for now, but it's really good. It's really good in the current meta. That's why he got first place. First place. Okay. Okay. So my friend Enrico, congratulations as well to you. He got third place. Okay, let's see his lineup. Okay, so he's using single target rage. Okay, as you can see, a lot of people are using endless anger right now. It is definitely the most powerful rune at the moment. Hopefully, there will be some balance changes next season, so we'll see other mystic runes as well. So this composition also runs collect and protect, a bug rune, and a Gaia's Embrace, a plant rune, a plant mystic rune. So Gaia's Embrace, if for those people who don't know this rune, uh, this gives um, 50 HP to all your axes, and collect and protect. This rune, it depends on what turn you are. So, for example, during odd turns, it gives additional card. I mean, you draw additional one card during your odd turns, and on even turns, you gain 50 shield. Okay, okay. So, endless anger, it gives two rage stack per turn. Then, yep. So it's really easy to accumulate enough rage for to enter Fury form using this rune. So it's really good. Okay. So this is his bug. Okay, so the general strategy is to run Ant to protect your front line and to utilize to I mean to yeah, to utilize the additional shield gained from the collect and protect mystic rune. And yep. So by the way, if you're not familiar with the parts, okay, this bug focuses on cycling cards, meaning draw. It has a lot of draws, so that. Wait a second. So that I mean, this bug is using a lot of has a lot of draw cards like this larva and nerdy. Actually, uh, these two parts is usually equipped with the trickster card that allows you a trickster charm that allows you to draw one card if you play this any of these two. And this ant is used to protect the front line. And this one is usually equipped with the charm, the secret cocoon. So it gains innate, so that when you start your round, there is a guarantee that you'll have this card. Okay, so that's it. Oops. Okay, let's see his beast. So he's running three Mask of Frenzies. Okay, usually those Mask of Frenzies is equipped on the cards that you generally want uh, to use in a turn. So I think he's equipping his Mask of Frenzies uh, on Little Piece, Believer, and Little Branch. Since you really want to use those cards, uh, I mean you prioritize using those three. Yep, most of the time. Yep. Little Piece inflicts vulnerable, so you really want to use this. So okay, before using any other skill cards. Next is Believer. You easily accumulate rage stacks if you so and that's your primary goal to accumulate rage stacks. So you really want to use this per turn if you have it. Next one is Little Branch. Same with Believer. You gain rage stacks. So yeah, this three is the priority to use most of the time. Okay. Okay. Oh, by the way, to everyone who is watching on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, please drop down on our Discord channel. Uh, this one, discord.gg/YGG. Okay. Okay. Next, let's look at his plant card. Plant Axie. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So he's using a pure beast plant. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yep. Uh, the branch, Ronin, confident. Okay. So this card, plant axis using almost the same as his beast. Its primary goal is to accumulate rage, innocent lamp plus cottontail for the additional energy, and yep, and also confident to give your backline some rage as well. And useful others are the useful beast moveset. Okay, okay. So yep, that's it for Enrico's lineup. He's probably one of the best. He's probably running the one of the best single target rage at the moment. So it's really good to be used. It's really good. His lineup is really good to be used as a reference if you're planning to build your lineup. The same as his. Okay, but it's really expensive, I think. Uh, but it's worth it because I think they're giving a lot of AXS for at the end of the season. Yep. So as long as you get tough 20 or top 20. I mean top 20 or top 50. It's just probably worth it, I think. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's see other lineups as well. Oh, by the way, let's check my lineup as well. Okay, so here's my lineup. Let's take a look at my lineup as well. So this is almost the same as Towen, but it is the cheaper version because yep, it's really hard to find the. It's either really hard to find or it's really expensive. The axis with the perfect. I mean, not really the. I don't think the word perfect is the right word to describe that lineup, but it's really good for the current meta. So it's a bit different from his. It's cheaper and much more easily to find in the market. So this, if you are planning to build an AoE rage lineup, this might be. I mean, as long as you can afford the Mystic runes, this might be good as a reference as well. Okay, yep. So for my beast, I'm running 4 AoEs: Chubby, Earring, Trifeather, and Grandma's Fan. So most of the time you really want to deal damage with this beast. So that's why I equip 2 Charm of Focus to give additional damage to this move sets. Then some vitality as well, since don't really need additional damage for these two parts, and HP is also good. I mean, generally, I think for me, as my personal preference, I like it around 350 so it can survive like 5 hits instead of 4 most of the time. So, yep, it's really good to have these vitality charms as well. Okay. Okay. Yep, and this move set is the move set of my beast is really is one of the easiest parts to find in the marketplace right now. Yep, it's really common to have a mouth part like this Hungry Bird and the Dual Blade. Oh, by the way, Dual Blade is really good since a lot of people are using mechs right now, and generally you lose if you don't have a Dual Blade. There's no way you can deal so much damage on those shields because this AO lineup lacks single target damage, so you really need a dual blade to get rid of those shields. Okay, yep. Or if you have a decent, I mean, in case you have another bird part in this part, in case you have a horn bird horn instead of a dual blade, you'll have 6 PP for a bird. You can use what do you call that? The Mystic Bird Charm that gives fragile 5 PP. So that's also good to use as well if you have 6 PP in total for the bird move set. So yeah, but definitely you need fragile for the current meta, and not just against mechs in general, but any other sustain comps as well. Okay, the next one is the my bug. I'm also running collect and protect here, so I think in my opinion, if you want to get in the top, it is important to have consistency to so the additional draw from this card in round one is really good. So the more options you have, the more consistent your lineup is. So Yep, and generally you want a really high win rate if you're going for the top. So it's really good to have if you're going for a lot of consistency. So yep, trickster card. This is the charm I'm talking about a while ago. So it can be equipped to any skill or secret card. So a lot of people uh, are mistaken that they can equip it on on an uh, attack move set. So attack part or move. Okay, so yep, can only be equipped on a skill or secret card. So okay, I will equip it on my bookworm. By the way, the interaction between bookworm and the trickster card is really good since let's using bookworm, it allows you to take one bug card from your draw pile and push it to the top of your draw pile. So in general, you shuffle one card from your draw pile, uh, and push it to the top. Then the trickster card activates, so you instantly draw that card that you put in the top of your draw pile. Okay. Okay, pincer bleed is pretty underrated right now, but since a lot of people are running innocent lamb and cottontails for their front line, it's really good to have bleed since it procs a lot on those axes. So yeah, pincer is really good as well, and it's also a cheaper option. But for me, ideally, if I'm going for a mouth part, I'll go for the square teeth. So yeah, the zero cost, 25 damage. Because there are times that you have shield, but it's your plant on your front still alive, so you can still use those shield for the additional damage if you're using square teeth. So yep, and Scarab as well to prevent heals. It's good against sustain lineups and to uh, hit those enemies at the back since usually the enemy's backline is the most fragile and uh, the one that dies first after you cast your AoE. So if you need to ping the opponent's backline, so it's really good to use Scarab. Okay, and apply it onto this Axie for 4 turns. So you gain 70 shield and an innate lagging, weak for porters. Basically, you can use anything for this part, but uh, the cheaper ones are the Parasite, but 70 damage. Uh, it deals 70 and allows you to look at your opponent's draw pile, but right now it's really useless. But I think it will be buffed next season. I mean, Parasite is like one of the useless part, right? One of the most useless part right now. So I think it's one of the cards that they will prioritize to buff next season. So ideally, I want Caterpillar for this part, which inflicts fear, but weak isn't so bad as well. So yeah, but for me, I'd prefer fear since there are a lot of rage comps right now. So giving them curses most of the time in uh, disrupt their draws, so there is a chance that they'll mess up rage turn. Uh, if they draw, if they draw those curses during their rage fury turns, it somehow creates disruption. So, yep, it's really good. Okay, yep. So lastly is my plant. So I'm running Vitality for this ones, and also another Scarab to deal damage at the backline. Okay. Actually, I can put some back. No, no, no. Yep. Just pure vitality. Sometimes I run a pre-order tag to have an innate. Excuse me. To have an innate and guarantees +1 energy on your first turn. So yep. But right now, uh, I think I can still get these energies. I mean, I don't have to worry about my plant dying so fast since my bug midline runs and to protect this one. So yeah, it's not really needed. I'd rather get the vitality for now. But if the meta like calls for additional damage, like what do you call this? If you're finding like really need damage early on, you can use pre-order tag as well to get the extra energy. Yeah, but really depends on your preference. It's almost the same for me. Yep. Okay. Hmm. Actually, you can try using pre-order tag. Yep. Uh, yeah. Okay, let's answer some questions first from our audience. So from Bibs, do you buy your runes sir or you just crafted it? So yep. Uh, I bought all of my runes, the Gaia, the Collect and Protect, and the Endless Anger, but I've sold a lot of other charms as well and runes to buy these three. So yep, yep, that's it. I just buy what I needed and just sell what I don't need. So to generate the funds and sometimes add some more. Actually, I crafted a lot of good charms and runes as well, but I already sold those. I even crafted a scotch tape, by the way. I believe it costs almost zero point 0.4 Ethereum right now. I only sold it for zero point 0.1 because it's not really the meta early season, so that's a mistake from me, but it's okay. Can predict it anyway, so yep. Thanks for the question, Bibs. Okay, so I guess we can proceed to the arena, play some games. So right now I'm top. I'm 46. Okay. Oh, by the way, let's check the other lineups before going to the arena. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, most of the people on top are running Endless Anger and some Holy Shady comp as well. And this is the one I'm talking to, the mech composition. It's running shield backup. It shield backup. Uh, you don't lose your shield at the end of your turn, so you just accumulate those shields, and also you get additional like 10 or 15% I think from this rune, additional shield from this rune. So and also some of them are also running gloomy dice, which on your odd turns it randomly inflicts either a hex, which if an opponent uses a skill card, it shuffles a confused card to their draw pile. So, and a fear, which a debuff, which inflicts. I mean, if your opponent casts a skill during, if he has a fear debuff, and your opponent casts an attack, move, or skill, he shuffles a confused card in his draw pile as well. So it is random. A bit random, but it's really good if you're dealing with a lot of rage comps. But rage comps are really so good right now that not this rune doesn't really hard counters those lineup, but it is a cheaper option to go as well if you're like if you like playing sustained compositions. So this is the composition I was running before, the Holy Shady composition. Okay, let's see. By the way, was at the top with that composition. Uh, okay, I think we can go with Sai. Let's check his lineup. This is also a cheaper option as well if you want to use if you want to get top 100 or top 50 one and you like playing really aggressive. This is also a lineup that you can go for. So this one's Shady Exchange, Holy Prayer, and Pangolin Scale. So this oh, by the way, there are two types of Holy Shady comp, aggro Holy Shady comp. So it's the AOE, it's either the AOE version and the single target version. But right now, the AOE version is the um, only viable option if you're going for top 100. So yep, this runs a lot of AOE as well, and you get an extra energy from the Shady Exchange, extra damage from the Holy Prayer, and also ano, they also run Cotton Tails. Honestly, I prefer an Innocent Lamp for this one, but just the Cotton Tail is the cheaper version, so it's not really that bad if you don't run Innocent Lamp. But for me, it's better if you have Innocent Lamp as well, since you really want to be more aggressive. Okay, actually, his lineup is really good. I think since he's running double Kestrel with Sand Stumps, so he can disable the backline. Yeah, but unfortunately it's useless against the ant because you only hit the bug instead of the backline, so this doesn't really counter that lineup. Okay, so yeah, but right now Holy Prayer and Shade Exchange are really cheap, so if you are on a limited budget and wants to go for top 100, you can use these two. Actually, I managed to get to top 20 or top 30 before I changed my composition with this lineup, so this isn't really a bad choice as well. Um, the only downside is these axes. I don't know if there are cheaper versions of the AOE and the Dawn. I mean, if there are cheaper versions of the Dawn AOE and the Bird AOE in the market right now, but let me check. Okay. Uh, yep. Yeah, they're a bit expensive for now. Probably this two cost zero point 0.1 or up to zero point 0.2 Ethereum. Zero point 0.1, yeah. So that really isn't expensive, but probably uh, actually it's I don't know if it's expensive for okay. It's generally, I mean, if you're going for top 100, the price is probably worth it to spend to. Okay,
Battery 90%.
okay, sorry, my
Battery
okay.
90%.
I'm sorry, just having some technical problems.
Battery 90%.
Okay, so yep, yep. This AOE axis costs probably around zero point 0.1 or even less actually. A lot of people are breeding this axis right now. But the goods moveset probably costs around 0.2 to 0.3. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to some. Wait a second. Okay, let's look for other lineups as well. So up to 100, top 100, it's basically almost the same. Okay. Oh, and some reckless hunter plus two pangol. Sometimes you can just high roll with this lineup. Actually, this is the cheapest one. You can high roll somehow high roll to top 100, but it's really hard to maintain using this lineup. But this is probably the cheapest one you can go for. And also, a lot of people are breeding beasts right now because they are so good. So this is this is the most the cheapest version, the cheapest lineup that you can run right now. Double pangolin and a reckless hunter. So yep, it runs tiny dino, so it has retain. You have the option to use this on your rage turn. So yeah, just have it in your hand, then use it on your rage turn. And okay, an eggshell to protect the front line. So it gives your front line more turns to draw the Shiba because it is really crucial that you draw this uh, that you draw your Shiba before your front line dies. Oh, and he's running a pigeon post, so he can somehow uh, backdoor the opponent's rage comp. Yep, and this lineup has a really good high roll potential, meaning it can you can get to top 100 or even top 50 with this lineup if your draws are really good. But yeah, it's not really consistent and it's hard to maintain if you get to top 50. But if you manage to top 50 to get to top 50 with this lineup, it's during near the end of the season, it's probably worth it to just camp and wait. Yep. So yep, that would be my strategy if I'm using this lineup. And some Ronins for the more damage. Yeah, I think this list is really good. If you're going for a double pangolin reckless hunter, a ton in the mid line, some energy gains, double confident to get rid of the debuffs and to give more rage tax. It's good to use these these parts. Axie keys, little piece, believer, little branch. Yep, this is probably the ideal ones. Yeah. But I think only few people are breeding the pigeon post version, so you can just replace that part with uh, something that is not Ronin, I think, since but a Ronin would be good. I mean, it's decent anyway, but you can go for a hero or a jaguar for this uh, slot. Okay. Yep. So yeah, just AOE. Uh, hmm. Yeah, it's almost the same. So that's why everyone's buying reckless anger, endless anger. So and some sustain comps, shield backups. Mm, okay, let's check Sequinox lineup. I think his lineup is really one of the most unique lineup in the top 100 right now. He's using a Diffie comp with Holy Prayer, Shady Exchange, and Gaia's Embrace. Oh, it's different from what he's using when I fought him in the ladder. So I wonder if he's really using this lineup. I'm not sure, but Leafy in general has so much value. So using a lot of running a lot of leafy pots are good if you're running this comp. Mavis. Actually, I don't really understand the composition. I don't know if he's really using this one. But he likes to play unique compositions, so yep, it's possible. Guys, embrace Holy Prayer Shady Exchange. Yeah, I don't see it beating the Endless Anger lineups, but I think it's really good against anything else. See some more lineups. Okay. Yep. Actually, it's the same Holy Prayer or the Endless Anger. Yep. In the top 26 are all Endless Anger. That's Equinox with his composition. Okay. Yeah, I think we can proceed to some gameplay. AoE Rage gameplay. Okay, still have 21 energy. Around 46 right now. Okay, usually you want to go first most of the time. You prioritize tempo and energy, so you want to go first. Okay, so you want the extra damage for the Hungry Bird, so you want to cast this first and Rage Tax on your backline. Oh, by the way, if for other move or other skills that doesn't have an initial effect, you don't forget to cast the Confident first for the extra damage before using any skills from this Axie. Every damage counts, so don't forget about that. Okay, then next is you always cast this on turn 1, or you return it and cast it on next turn. But in general, you want it on first turn 1, so that you have taunt for turn 3 and turn 5. It is most likely getting it is most likely to be killed by the opponent. So yep, it is most likely you're gonna be killed by your opponent if you're using it next turn. So I mean at this turn. So you'll just want this on turn 1 to minimize the damage to your bug. Okay. So he hopped on. He's running the single target a endless rage. So endless anger. I mean. So you want the debuff, little piece, and a tri feather. Okay. Yep. Elerofonte. I think he's in top 20 right now. Mm, Um, between these two lineups, I'm still not sure if the AoE or the single target version is the better. I mean, it depends, but most of the time they are just equal. Really depends on the quality of each parts your axis have. So yeah, the more appropriate your parts for the current meta is, the better it is in general. Oh, by the way, I'm using a snail shell as a lazy snail, which gives weak to your opponent. And this earring, so AoE, this applies weak to all of your all of the opponent's axes. So it's generally good to use on their uh, rage turn uh, to somehow reduce the damage. So for this, okay. So for the bug, I think the best one is dual blade. Since this bug axis generally gains, I mean, they gain less, so that they gain less shield from collect and protect. So you want the fragile debuff in that situation. Yep. Mm, oh no. Yeah. Okay. Good thing about Bookworm is the consistency. Since I don't have a good hand right now, I can dig for some better cards. Oh, so I want the earring from my beast Axie. By the way, you can dig from your other Axies as well with that with the Bookworm. So I'll get the bug card of my beast since this is on rage turn. So I want that. Yeah, I would. Honestly, if they didn't made a mistake on the previous turn, I could have probably lost since my rage turn was so underwhelming. I only have two cards on my rage turn, so it's not really good. That's why some people are running scotch tapes, so they'll have retrain on their best move, which is the for the AoE comp, it is the chubby. You want retain on this, so you want to have this on your rage turn as much as possible. Okay, so okay, I won. Yep, that's why scotch tape is very expensive right now, since it has a really good synergy uh, on your with your rage axis, since you get the option to retain the best uh, move for your rage turn. Okay, okay, so this is a tough one. Okay, it's running Kestrel, so I really want to use but I want to be efficient with my energy as well, so I really need to play one of these two. So, but Chubby is generally the better one. Yep. I want to protect my backline from the Kestrel, so I shuffle the ant back to my draw pile and cast it later on. Normally, I usually use that on turn one, but since I'm running a pre-order tag and have other two, and the other two cards I have aside from the ant are two costs, so it's better to play those first to be more efficient with your energy. Okay, so yep. Unfortunately, I draw the other cotton tail. Yeah, I'll just wait for it on the next cycle. So just play this too. Oh, by the way, Tri-Feather is really good against sustained comps since it applies doubt for 4 turns, which so the target gains 50% less HP from healing. So it's really good against sustain lineups. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. You really want to protect your backline from the single targets and the Kestrel. So it's good to uh, it's good to always use your ant. Okay. Okay, so I have the option to use the Hungry Bird or the Earwing. It's either the extra damage in the front or at the back, but I prefer the extra damage at the back since I really want the one with the I really want to kill the one with the shady exchange. Get the one with more damage. Oh yeah, I forgot that it has disarm, so it was a wrong move. Okay. S- uh, So here's a tricky turn as well. So oh, I thought I'm gonna draw my confident, but because of the blackmail, I didn't. Okay. So vulnerable is really good. So always cast this first. Okay. So I have the option to kill the front line with pincer with any of these cards. So uh, ah, should I kill the front line first? Yep. Uh, I'm not sure if that was the best call, but yeah. In general, you really want to kill the back line, but I d- uh, I mean my draws didn't really align with the strategy, so I had to adjust and kill the front line first. I'm not sure if just using Scarab on this one on the previous turn was better. Oh no. Okay. It's really unfortunate that our rage we don't have any beast card. That's why Scotch Tape is really good to have more consistency. So for this game, I really draw so bad that do I want to get rid of the vulnerable? I mean, it's gonna die to 2 hits anyway, I think. But I think probably have plenty of AoEs anyways, so and this might survive. I don't know. Yep. So if you're, I mean, Shady Comp isn't really a bad option as well. I mean, the matches can be really close, and you can still sometimes win against Rage Comp. So it's also a good lineup to run as well. Yep. So for this one, since I have Rage Tax, I want to use Dual Blade on the back line instead. And Scarab at the front for more damage. Good thing is I have shield in my mid line. I can still win. Oh, I don't know. I hope all he has are AoEs. Oh, it's really close. He has a secret. I think that's 50 shield. But to be safe, let's cast it first. Oh, okay. I thought we're gonna lose that one. Okay, so okay. Okay, last game for the AoE comp. Then we'll play against some viewers. So yep. You always want to cast Earring first since it deals 3 bonus damage per card in your hand. So always cast this first to maximize the damage. And Cottontail. Yep. This should be an easy matchup since he's not running any Mystic runes. So as long as you kill the one with the Reckless Hunter fast enough, you just win. Okay. Yeah, but against this lineup, if they are running two Shibas, one in the front and one in the back, you can sometimes have a hard time against them. Okay, so 386. Okay, let me check. 56 times 175. Wait, so you don't want to Hungry Bird the front line since the break point is 290. You don't want to get you don't want them to get the extra forage from Shiba. And 75% of 386 is 289. So if you use Hungry Bird in that situation, you'll be you will be under 75%. So just you can play around Shiba by using little piece on this Axie instead. As much as possible, you don't want your opponent to get value from Shiba. Hmm. Okay, so confident. Next turn we will be drawing Chub and Tri-Feather. So next we use the confident here. Actually, it was better to Grandma and Earring first before the Confident. You'll deal more damage, but it's okay. It's also good that wait a second. This is gonna die next turn anyway, so since you'll yep. In this lineup, you also need to plan ahead of your turn. So, for example, I have the option to Scarab the back line or the front or the mid. I mean, by looking at what possible cards I'm gonna get next turn. For example, I'm gonna get Tri-Feather and Chubby. And this actually will die already from the Chubby and the Tri-Feather. So there's no need to use Scarab in this one. Okay, then just maximize your let's use Beach instead for this extra shield. The downside of running two energy cards is you get less option in some situations. For if that was a one cost energy, I could have dealt damage on the mid lane as well, but yeah. That's the downside. But the good thing about running two cost cards is you're also good against curses. You don't have to worry that much against curse compositions. Since it matters less if you draw a lot of curse cards. But if you're running two cost skill cards in your Axie.
All right. Thank you, Staz.
Okay.
Hope you guys took note of everything Staz said. It will be surely useful if you're planning to climb up the leaderboards. So up next, we'll be having a player versus streamer. So we have two scholars from one of YGG sub guild, which is Level Up, uh, who will be facing Staz in a best of three series with no rules and charms. So we have Braiche 03 and TN. So Braiche 03, do you want to go first? Are you online already? So while waiting for them to go online, why don't we answer some questions?
Okay. Check. Okay, what is the strongest lineup in my opinion? Okay, strongest lineup. Yeah, I think it's still AoE, but that's why I'm using AoE lineup. So for me, it's the AoE lineup, but I don't have the best axis for that lineup, but I think it's really good right now. I'm not sure if it really counters. It's really a close call between the single target and the AoE version of the Rage builds. But yeah, I think it's just more fun to play the AoE in general. That's why I went for it. But for some people, it's all about ratio. Single target Rage lineups usually generates more rage than the AoE version, but the AoE version deals more damage on their rage turns. So yeah, it's really a close call, but for me, I just go for the what is yeah more fun to play, and for me, it's the AoE version. Actually, I think if you have a lot of scotch tape, AoE might be better since you can time. I mean, playing your best cards on a rage turn with an AoE rage comp is much better than playing your best cards in a single target rage comp. But with single target rage comp, you get a lot of PPs as well since you're running pure builds most of the time, and you'll get more benefits from your roots and charm. From your charms. So, yeah, it's really close actually, but uh, yeah, I just probably just go which you find is more fun to play with. Okay, yep. I think yeah.
There you go. I think Braiche 03 is already online, so you can challenge him.
Okay.
Okay, game.
Okay. Let's go first. Okay, since Kotaro Ice will deal more damage, so it's probably good to play this one first. Keep the Grandma's fun for later. Hmm? Did he surrender?
Oh, what happened?
Oh, what happened? He surrendered, I think.
Oh, he said he forgot to remove his room
Oh,
and his
okay.
so
Ah, okay, no problem.
should yeah. Just tell us, Raisha, whenever you're ready.
Oh yeah, I'm always ready. Yeah. Ah, okay.
While waiting, never mind.
Okay.
Is already there.
Okay. Let's try going second this time. I think going second might be better in the naked format since you want to have more draws. If you're running plenty of zero cost card and Kotaro mount from this one, I'm not sure. I'm not really I'm not 100% sure with it when it comes to naked formats, but that's what I'm thinking right now. Okay, Grandma's fun is always too good to use first, and hopefully it hits different targets. Yep. And a try feather deals 75 in total compared to the clamshell, which is only 60. And also you apply a doubt debuff for the anemone, so they'll get less HP from that one as well. Uh, by the way, I put the beast in the midline so I can guarantee the additional energy. Uh, in this format, the front line usually dies too fast, so if you want to get value from the energy tails, it's also good to put this one at the middle. Okay. Now I might want to protect my front. So eggshell plus Akotaro is good here. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we get to draw our energy tails really late. Hmm. Uh, an earring and a chubby kills the front. It's either Kotaro or Scarab here. So, hmm. Actually, huh. Yeah, just to be more efficient, chubby is a must here. And a Scarab. I don't know. I mean, if the Kotaro hits the one with the cleanser, it's useless. So we just went for more damage in the mid line. And I mean, I think we're ahead already, so we don't need to take risk with the Kotaro on that turn. So we just go for the maximum damage here and kill the mid line next turn. Always earring first. Try feather. Yep. Here's save the eggshell here. Yep, eggshell lasts for more damage at the backline. Okay.
And that's game number one. Don't worry, Raishe. You have two more chances since this is a best of three series. So if you beat Taz two more times, you still win the series. So good luck. So game number two.
Okay. I think we can. Yep. Also.
While waiting for Raishe, because he asked me if he could change team.
Oh, sure,
So
sure.
yeah, let's wait for him. And meanwhile, why don't we answer some questions before we start?
Okay. Okay. So tips about return button. So in general, you really don't want to use the return button since you really want to be efficient with your energy and a return uh, and you spend because returning cards I because you spend one energy in returning cards, so don't in general you don't really want to use that. So but uh, for example, there are also special cases like for this one. If my Fury, for example, in my Rage lineup, I might want to return Chubby if my Rage, if I'm gonna enter Fury form on the next round. So there are times that uh, almost half of the time I might want to keep Chubby for next turn and spend one energy to return it. And also, uh, on your first turn, there are cards that is better to be returned, like what I did in the previous game against Raishe. When I returned the Grandma's Fan, so uh, in, you really want your Grandma's Fan on later turns when you have more energy, so that you'll get more value from the vulnerable debuff. Uh, yeah, that's also one thing to consider, especially if you're uh, on turn one and you can return one card for free. It's also good to return the Grandma's Fan. Yep. Instead of using that on turn one, just use any other skill as well. Also, uh, also there are situations when you have a fear debuff as well, but you really have this one good card. Uh, I mean, you want to. I mean, you don't get. I mean, you're trying to avoid having curses in your draw pile. So you might want to save some of those card next turn. Yep. But right now, I can't think of any good scenarios that you might want to return a card in your deck since as much as possible, you want to be more efficient with your energy. That's why energy tails are so good right now, because you want to get the energy advantage over your opponent. Okay. Uh, by the way, uh, oh, I can. Those people who are watching on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, please drop down on our Discord channel, which is discord.gg/YGG. Okay, thanks. So, game 2 versus Raisha. Okay, so Irving deals 26 each. Yep. So I return. Yeah, this is also another good mm, example of when to return on a card. So I return Earring because it's really good in this format. Earring deals the most damage. Uh, yep, Earring deals the most damage in uh, my line. Yep, compared to other moves. So it's good returning this so it can be also used next turn. So Earring, yep, and hopefully it deals to the. Hmm. Oh, yep. I don't know if I should kill this one first. Uh, yeah, we might go for the front one. Anyway, actually that was a mistake. I think it's better here on the mid lane. Since he has eggshell, I didn't notice earlier, but he has eggshell. He will probably use it uh, on the future turn. So, and if he deal damage here with the Scarab, we might get the opportunity to kill him if he use an eggshell. So yeah, I think Scarab might be better here. So it's always cast Kotaro Ice first to maximize the death mark damage, then the two Tri Feathers. Yep, and it's good. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if he has other cards, that's the downside of running Pigeon Post actually. You missed the chance of killing the front line since you'll give your opponent's backline a taunt. So, yeah, he'll get the opportunity to protect the front line for free. Oh, Grandma's fun and a chubby maybe. As long as it kills the mid line, it's good. And you also deal damage to the other opponent. Uh, yeah, chubby might be the best one here. Yep. On his previous turn, if he has other cards other than blackmail or the pigeon post, it might be better to play that instead of the pigeon post. But I think he doesn't have any other option. Maybe. Yep, this okay. This deals exactly 72 damage. With vulnerable, targets receive 20% more attack damage. So 60 times 20% plus 20% is 72, I think. Yeah. And dual blade and eggshell.
GG's.
GG.
So Thank you, Raisha, for your time and effort
Thank you.
for challenging Staz. Any general tips or any general comments on Raisha's gameplay?
Yeah, I think
As
the turn when he played the pigeon post, if he has other options other than that, it might be better in general, but I don't think he has other skill available for that turn anyway. So, but if he has any other option other than the pigeon post, it might have been better, yeah, to use than the pigeon post. I think I
all
think
right,
that's it. Yep.
great. So thank you again, Raisha, for challenging. So let's move on to our next one. Ian, are you there? So if you're ready, you can challenge Taz.
I think he's offline.
So while waiting, uh,
Question.
remember guys, if you have any questions, just drop them down here in the English voice text so uh, Taz can answer.
Okay. Okay. So questions. Yeah, who is the best player in YGG Elite? So, yep, for me it's Enrico. He got third place. And he just got third place in the Halloween event. He got plenty of AXS. By the way, they gave mid-season, for those who are not aware, they are giving, for season 1, they are giving mid-season rewards just to try, I don't know, but they're giving mid-season rewards for this season. So it's good uh, to grind the leaderboards. I mean, just to give the players to a motivation to grind the leaderboards early on. He's still third at the moment. Oh, the one we high rolled a while ago, Velero Fonte. He's sixth place. So yeah, he lost to me. He probably lost a lot of points in our match. So yeah, other questions? Usual team comps. Okay, so right now I think despite being nerfed during the season 0, one of the most common team comps, at least in the top 100 or top 500, is the AoE lineup. Either the Shady or the Endless Anger version. That's what I'm seeing the most in the top, but probably in the lower ranks, you'll see double Pangolin and a Reckless Hunter, uh, or either that or the double Aqua with a Pangolin. It's either those two, because they're cheap and I mean they are like the most cost efficient lineup at the moment. You get uh, far ahead in the leaderboards with by only spending little. Actually, a lot of people are breeding aquas right now, so you want to be competitive. And if you're grinding, especially if you're grinding 60 energy, using those aquas uh, I mean, they are one of the most simple lineups to use right now. So you don't easily get tired. I mean, don't even get tired after spending 60 energy using that lineup, since it's most of the turns are very much straightforward. So yeah, if you're just going for casual experience and gameplay, while also somehow grinding for can grind for somehow want to grind for the leaderboards. Yep, double aqua with bloodlust and a pangolin might be good as well. And also there's an option that you can go for you can upgrade for, if you're running double bloodlust, you can somehow upgrade into a heart of the ocean build. I think there's a time that it's really good in the top 100, the backdoor version. You run shrimp and yeah, you run backdoor cards like shrimp and a Pocky on your Beast. Yeah, or any other backdoor versions actually. And one is the most common part used for backdoor are the shrink and the Pocky. And sometimes you can also run a pigeon post as well on your aquas. I've seen some of people using that as well. Okay, I think Tian is ready. Yeah, yep. And Aqua's high roll potential is also really good as well. Like, I see those endless hunger lineups sometimes lose to Aquas, but not really that often. But they also sometimes lose against Aquas. As long as the Aquas uh, get their, I mean, can play their Nemos every turn, then play another card. So basically, they get uh, additional 1 energy per turn. Okay, he's also running a lot of Kotaro Ice. These axes are really good. Oh, yep. Yeah, yeah, but my the only advantage I have is I get more energy from the Innocent Lab. So yeah, still this will still be pretty close. Since he have a ton, I can get value from my Kotaro here. So I might use other cards as well. Uh, I mean, need to use other cards other than the Kotaro. Let's start with Tri-Feather. Cider Mosquito, Scarab, and a Chubby. 90. It's really close. Yeah. And I'd rather deal damage or... Oh, actually, yeah. Yep. That play is a bit better than the Chubby since he has shield in this Axie. So, yeah, it's 7 damage better compared to the Chubby. What I did was 7 damage better compared to what to playing Chubby. Since mosquitoes like you deal um 60 damage plus 30, so 90. The total value is 90 plus 15 the scarab. 60, I mean 60. So yep, it's a little bit better, I think. So double Kotaro here. Since I am a bit behind, I need to take a risk with double Kotaro. Yeah, hopefully I don't hit same target. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, Grandma's fun. So I'll deal more damage later on. By the way, it's better to cast Kotaro first before the Grandma's fun. Since it by using Kotaro, you'll and every proc that mark is 15 damage, so that's 15 additional compared when you use Grandma's fun plus a Kotaro. I mean, hitting a vulnerable target with a Kotaro is just additional 12 damage. So the death mark proc is much better. Same with earring. So with Axie keys, we can get the additional effect of that mark. I can apply that mark. This has the most HP. So, huh. Action and a mosquito here doesn't kill it. Uh, might want to use this here. 3 plus 7, 5, 135. Yep. Mhm. Yep, we still have our two energy cards. We were not able to use these two on the previous turn. So he played risky fish. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep.
GG's. Tian
GG.
takes game number one. Okay.
Okay.
So for game number two, Tian, if you win this one, you'll be able to defeat one of YGG elite Staz. So you'll have the bragging rights. And maybe ask for your manager to change your axis, to upgrade.
Okay, so here you want to Kotaro first. Save the grandma for later on. And we don't want mosquito since we still have full HP in our backline. Oh, Kotaro is disabled, so we can't use that anymore. So yep, these two. Just these two. Okay, so in this, oh, okay. So this is also one scenario which is a good use of the return mechanic. So you can, if you have two energy cards, you can return one. I mean, this dies into hits anyway, so I want to heal the backline. So yep, you want to return the other one, other energy if you have two of those in your hand, and you can play anything else. So it's good to return those energy tails. Yep. But downside is you get a confused curse in your discard pile without getting value from the other energy. Okay. So ideally, we want to Kotaro either of these two. Hit apply that mark on either of these two. Uh, Kill the backline with Chubby and Axie keys to maximize the damage. So let's see, just don't hit the backline. That's good. With Chubby, you deal 30 with that mark. And yeah, okay. I mean, it's good to this one gonna die anyway, so I mean, if this one is not gonna die next turn, it's good to play. It's good to wait for the earwing from your deck and use that to kill the one at the back. Yeah, but this is gonna die first, so you don't get the opportunity to wait for the earwing. And hopefully we get 3 decent cards from this Axie. Just enough to kill the one at the front. Okay, 1 damage off. Oh, oh, he has shield. Uh, it's 1 off. Yep. I don't think I will die here. Oh, did he use his Nemo already? Yeah, don't have to worry about that one.
All
Okay.
right, GG's.
Okay, 1-1.
So we have a game number 3, I guess. So if you need to win one more TN to get the prize and to have the bragging rights that you've defeated Staz. So yes,
Wow.
good luck, good luck.
Is there a prize for for the streamer as well?
Maybe or race or runes and transactions.
Okay, I think it's bugged. I need to restart. I don't know. Oh.
I guess
Uh,
this is the last game. Game number 3.
okay. Yeah, Javi is the most efficient. You don't want to keep Axie keys because there are a lot of better cards to use next turn. Which are either the Earwing or the Kotaro. Yep, or the Grandma's Fan. There are plenty of other better options. Or another Cottontail, maybe. Oh, actually Cottontail is not good on turn 3 since you can play that. So you just go with Grandma's Fan and an Earring. Yep, I think our start's pretty good. Mm, in this case, yeah, we get the extra 3 damage if you use Earring first, but we get an extra 4 if you use Clamshell first. So Actually, we can still use the Grandma's Fun to have more duration on our vulnerable debuff. So I think I'd rather use this one. Actually, we can use Earring first. And then for hmm, actually that might be a mistake in my part. Uh, I'm so used to having this at the middle, so I thought it's not going to die. I think protecting it with the eggshell might be the better play. Uh, yeah, but it's so it's so unfortunate that he hit the backline with the Kotaro twice. Uh, so yep, double Kotaro and another one. See, let's see. So hmm, this is a complicated turn. We need to risk actually this one. Yeah, okay, that was fortunate, and we get to kill this one as well. Yep, Mosquito has more value than Scarab, but I mean, killing that one on that turns on that turn is really important as well. Since he's gonna lose a lot of tempo, losing those two axes. Meaning he gets to draw those 50 damage cards compared to the original skill set he has. Okay, okay. Uh, excuse me. This is 32 damage for 60. But the vulnerable debuff is also good, so yeah, let's just go for this. And yeah, this does the most damage, so yep, that was close. GG.
Oh, GG, Tian.
GG.
Um,
Yep.
but I think it's still a good series for him, right? Any comments or suggestions, Staz?
Uh, yeah, I think he knows the game pretty well. I think he made the best moves on that. I mean, he made the best possible plays in that on those scenario. He just got a bit unfortunate with the Kotaro hits. I mean, just like what happened on on our game one, he hit the. I mean, hitting the same Axie twice with Kotaro, the eye part, Kotaro eyes is not really good since you only applies a single death mark, and you want to distribute those death mark debuff on a different axis to maximize the damage. So yeah, I mean using Kotaro is in this format is kinda random. So yep, it's Yeah, he just got unlucky with the counter hits on that game. It should have been a lot closer if he doesn't get so unlucky with that. Yep. Actually, I was the one who made a mistake there. I think on I should have used the eggshell instead of the clamshell. There was a turn that I used clamshell instead of eggshell. Yep. I think I was the one who made a mistake on that game. So okay, I think that's it for the recap. Yeah. Uh, yep. We analyzed the meta and we checked the leaderboard lineups who made it first. I mean who made it to the top. Uh, so yep, Towen uh, got rank one with his AoE Rage lineup. And then we played the same lineup but with a different skill with a different move set. So yep, we somehow uh, discussed about the AoE Rage composition and showed some games and played some games with it. So to get a bit more understanding the composition on how usually I mean on what is your usually is your win condition in and the usual thinking and analysis when playing that composition. Actually, still in my case I still haven't played. I don't think I played it like the most optimal. I played it optimally on the previous turns. I'm still new in using that lineup, so there are turns that I'm still not 100% sure. And yep, yeah. So I don't think the meta will change for season one. So yep, I'm still excited for season two. I mean, Sky Mavis has a good I believe they have a good team and they would come up with a better balanced patches for the upcoming season. So yeah, I'm looking forward for it and really excited for season 2. Yeah, but for season 1, I think we're kind of stuck with the endless anger meta. Uh, yep. And yeah, and we also played some games against viewers, good games to Raisha and Tian. So, yep, GG's. That's the recap. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Please follow me on my Twitter at StazDingo and also the YGG Yield Guild Games Facebook page, Twitter page, YouTube page, and yep, and also join the Discord channel, Discord dot GG slash YGG. So yep, thank you for everyone who watch and participate in this bootcamp. Yeah, I hope what happened. I hope you guys learned a lot in this session. Yep, thank you again and good night. GG's. Tama about my axis in the market just now.
All right. Thank you, Staz, for all those wonderful tips
Okay,
and knowledge that you have shared to us. And I'm sure that the audience will apply them on their way on climbing on the leaderboards. So yeah. So thank you guys. And don't forget to follow YGG social media accounts. On Twitter is at Heal Guild. On Facebook, facebook.com/Heal Guild Games. And on Twitch, uh, twitch.tv/Heal Guild Games. So see you next week, guys. Bye bye.
bye bye.